Hey girl, how you doing? Hey everyone, welcome to All About the Joy. Cynthia and I are early because, we chat and we thought we'd share it, and then I'll delete it all for the podcast because that's usually what I do. So, okay, you're gonna have to tell me about your week, but I'll just tell you. So I have this tooth is actually really gray and black. I need a new veneer. And if Tony hears that, it's gonna be,
oh, she's bougie.
She's so bougie with a veneer. No, so this is a dead tooth. This is the tooth that got knocked out when I was in color guard.
Right.
So it's not even like a tooth. And for some reason, I woke up the other day and I noticed it was gray. And I was freaking out. So I went and I saw my dentist, who I love. Mm-hmm. He's in my second book. I love Dr. Vaziri. But anyway, I've been seeing him for like 25 years. I know. But he went in, he cleaned it out and stuff. Hey, Tony, how you doing? And he can't get the gray out. So I need a new veneer.
Like bleach it or something. They can't.
He bleached it on the inside. You can't bleach my teeth any more than they're way too, my teeth are already like way too white. And that's not even bleach. That's hydrogen peroxide, people. That's the trick. Because that's what's in the white strips that everybody uses.
Yeah.
Did you know that? You know that because you work in the hospital. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I rinse with hydrogen peroxide. But anyways, so he bleached the inside, like when he was in there, he bleached the inside, but it's like translucent.
Huh.
I know.
They're going to have to put a whole new one or?
A new veneer, yeah. Because this is a dead tooth. This isn't a real tooth. It's a real tooth, but it's a dead tooth.
It's not your tooth.
Hey, Melanie, how are you? Girls' night. Oh, sorry. I
ruined it.
I was like, girls' night. I was like, oh, damn it. How you doing, Rick?
Good. How are you?
We're talking about the tragedy of needing a new veneer for my tooth.
Oh.
I know. It's so sad. Anyways, but I'm working with lighting, so you can't really see how black. It's so funny because I'm so dramatic. I was at the dentist yesterday, and I was like, it's black.
My son,
it is to me.
My son, he was really little. He must have been like 6 or something. He was playing video games, and then he for some reason, got on top of this chair, and then his feet slipped, fell forward, and broke his tooth. And I was like, oh. He goes, Dad, look. I was like, what happened? He goes,
he just broke the tooth.
I think I broke it. It broke off. And I go, where is it? He goes, I don't know. I was like, did you swallow it? He goes, maybe. I was like, oh my God, your mother's going to kill me. Like it's my fault. But I said, does it hurt? He goes, no, I don't feel anything. I was like, oh, okay. Well, we'll just have
Melanie just said hi, Rick, whenever
hello.
So what did you do?
So he ended up having to go to the dentist.
Yeah, my tooth got knocked out by a rifle.
Oh, what?
Spinning rifle. Yeah, I got hit in the mouth and it got knocked out. And when Laura comes by and visits, Laura Wall, it was her mom who took I don't know, now Jerry Glover said it was him. I don't know. Everyone's fighting over who saved my tooth. I shouldn't say that. Mrs. Wall isn't fighting at all, but I remember it being Mrs. Wall. But Jerry said, it doesn't matter. They stuck the tooth back in there. And that's why it's a little bit like off. But anyway, I had my dentist, it got taken out. They did a root canal. They fixed it with a fake tooth with a veneer. But the bleeding that was going in, there was something going on inside of it. They cleaned it out. They bleached it. This is the second visit. And so now I need a new veneer. So I have to go back again. And I know I'm vain as all hell. Was it a baby tooth? It wasn't. It was my front tooth. It was an adult tooth, Melanie. I wish it was a baby tooth. But anyway, that's my tragedy this week is like, I need a new veneer. I'm so bummed about it.
Tony was here when he called you bougie.
I know Tony's not here to say bougie. I know, right? Well, it's so funny because it's going to cost like $1,800. So I'm not doing it. I know.
For one tooth?
One tooth. Because it's a veneer. So they have to take that off. And it takes 2 weeks too. Can you imagine getting all your teeth done? That's why people have the perfect smiles and everything.
I used to watch a guy on YouTube and he actually did that. And he wore a mask over his face for 3 weeks until it felt like it was normal because he had scars, not scars, but you could tell he major stuff. But now his teeth are pristine, perfect.
I mean, all the celebrities, you can look at old movies with Tom Cruise. He has veneer. You can see everybody all of a sudden has perfect teeth. I don't know why he'd have scars. What scars? I'm so
It wasn't like
confused.
scars, but it was like I saw these red marks he never
Swollen or
had
something?
up here. Like I don't know. It was
Oh, I
weird.
don't know if it's dentistry has probably changed since then.
Maybe.
There are no scars. If you have a good dentist like my dentist, Dr. Vaziri, who you know I'm always promoting because I love him. But yes, he's a Beverly Hills doctor. I'll just say it right now. But he wasn't there when I first met him. I met him when I was out here in West LA. That's when I first met him. Melanie said I should have clarified. I was referring to Rick's son's tooth. Oh, was it a baby tooth? Oh, your son's tooth. I thought she was
He
asking
was
me.
6.
Oh, yeah, it was probably a baby
Okay.
tooth.
Maybe.
Could've
Yeah.
been.
And there was no blood. He said no pain, no nothing. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
But Melanie, how come you don't care if my tooth was a baby tooth? I was in pain. I was a child, honey.
There was blood involved.
There was blood. It was it was the whole front tooth. But yeah, I don't know. I think teeth are really important. And I was blessed with when I was younger. Cynthia, I don't know if you remember this because you're so much younger than I am, but they used to have those people that came from colleges and they would do free dental care.
They still do that.
They still do. Okay, so that's how I had. So I used to have teeth all like people. I don't know if people have seen it, but maybe I'll show it next time. When you look at my pictures when I'm really young, like in the 7th and 8th grade, I have all teeth. I'm all bucked. I like this. And I have all like buck teeth and everything. I had, wait for it, too many teeth for my mouth because my mouth is actually pretty small.
Okay.
Most adults have 33 teeth, I think, 32 or 33. I have 23. See, I'm so dainty. I'm so dainty and bougie.
I have a friend that her teeth are like small.
I have very tiny, a tiny mouth.
I'm done with you.
Thank you, Tony. That's 32. So those people, the people that came in, did a really great job because when I became an adult and I met with this professional dentist, Dr. Bridezillas, they did such a great job with my teeth. I also got braces through them. And shout out to all those college students and people who do work in inner city neighborhoods or poor neighborhoods and suburbs or whatever and help people because I think your smile really matters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To me, it does. Melanie said, I thought you were talking recently. That's all right. I forgive you, girl. I forgive you. No, I'm just kidding. Melanie, I'm just messing with you. I'm just jealous.
Yeah, small mouth.
We are so alike, Melanie. I have a small mouth too. I get it.
I have a friend that her teeth are like small. I don't know how to describe it. So like when she smiles, it almost looks like she don't have teeth because they're just short. They're very short.
Yeah.
And she keeps begging no, you don't see nothing. It's like she opens her mouth and it's just, do you have teeth? Because they're so short and small. And she keeps begging the dentist, can we please do something? He goes, but your teeth are perfect. Don't do anything. They're perfect teeth.
Yeah, I don't think if you need to do anything, but I get it because your smile matters. I think that's the thing. I walk in the room and I know it's my smile that people are attracted to. I'm not trying to be rude, but it's the first thing in people.
Yeah, it's funny because UK people say that we make fun of their teeth, but then they say Americans are so vain about their teeth.
I'm totally vain about my teeth. Totally. I'm telling you, my tooth is black and I know you guys can't see it. I'm telling you. I text him today because my dentist texted me to see how I'm doing because I was so upset when I left yesterday. I wasn't crying or anything. I was just like, it's $1,800. I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? But there's nothing else he can do about it. So he texted me today and I'll tell you what I wrote. So yes, I'm not lying. I wrote, and I sent a picture of my teeth so he could see them from the next day. See, I did. I wrote, okay, here it is. In the big scheme of things, let me tell you what they wrote. Carmen, this is the dental office of Charles Vaziri checking in with you to see how you are doing after yesterday's procedure. Please let us know. Okay, and then I wrote, in the big scheme of things, I'm absolutely fine. I'm sad about my tooth, but it's cosmetic and I will live. Can you see it if I put it up there? Because I know you guys don't believe me. Not you, Tony. Tony's the only one who doesn't believe me. I made the mistake of whitening my teeth last night for 30 minutes, hoping it would help. It did not, but I'm laughing because I'm just a normal girl who's as vain as anyone else. Here is the morning pic. So I whitened them last night and I thought it would help because they were like having some, but it made it worse. It was stupid. I should have just left them.
Yeah, it does actually make it worse.
Yeah. Okay, that is my trauma. Cynthia. Cynthia came online and she was like, it's been a week. I'm like, girl, I know. And then I'm all like, I need a veneer. So go ahead, girl. Let's talk about real stuff. How you doing? What happened this week?
Oh no, it's been crazy busy. And remember how I'm by myself in the office because the other girl's on vacation. So we've been getting so many cases that are coming in, and I've been just like going crazy, just doing all this stuff that even the doctor noticed. And I said to him, I was like, oh my God, it's been a crazy week. He goes, you've been doing great. You've been keeping up with everything. He goes, and you're by yourself. He's like, you're doing a really good job. So I felt so great.
I wish I could quickly go back to, where are we at? Week 6? Go back 6 weeks to when you first started. And I'm sorry, Rick, maybe you could refresh my memory. And she was like, I don't know. I just have nothing to do. I hate when I have nothing to do. And I just wish somebody would teach me. That woman, she won't teach me anything. She doesn't want to teach me.
Yeah. I hope I made the right decision. Yeah.
Okay. But I'm glad he gave you props and congratulations. So you feel good? You feel like you got this?
Yeah. Wow. And then anything I don't know, like he's even told me, if there's something you don't know, if you question, he's just asked me, he goes, don't even worry about it. So he's really cool.
So is it just one doctor now? Because before you had a whole bunch.
Yeah, there were 2. One was semi-retired, but he recently just passed away 2 weeks ago. Yeah. He was really sick.
While you were there?
Yeah. So now it's down to 1 doctor. But we're still like getting all the cases for both.
Will they get another doctor probably to like?
Yeah, I think they have someone that's coming in to take over.
Oh, wow. That's kind of sad. I know you knew him for a minute, but still. Melanie just said, I had a dentist that would check in after a procedure. He retired. The people that took over his practice are not as good. I need a new dentist. Melanie, if you're going to come out here to Beverly Hills, girl, you can stay with me. Dr. Charles Missouri. Look at, I am really a proponent of people making sure they have a great dentist, a great medical internist, or what do you call it? Like my regular doctor? I don't know what she's called. Primary care physician, and a good GYN doctor is good too. I also have her. She's separate. And I do. I'm just saying. And a good therapist. Why are you making fun of me, Rick? Why are you making fun of me?
No, because I'm a man and I said that to be funny.
Yeah. You guys should have a good doctor too, right?
Not for GYN though.
Don't you guys have like proctology people or something?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, but GYN is no big deal. Okay. Look at it.
No. Really? Stay away from me.
You do the same thing with us, but with a big wench thing. Okay, so we all in the same boat here, okay? We adults. Speaking of adults, I just wrote a bad thing on Snoop Dogg's Instagram. I'm sure I'm going to get cut off. I got mad. I know. I love Snoop Dogg, right? Don't we? The Olympics, he was so brilliant, whatever. So why did he post today this nasty thing? It doesn't, because he think it's funny, and I think it was inappropriate, and I said so. I'm sure with his, I think it's 13 million followers, he gonna see mine. However, millions. I don't even know how many millions.
Yo, boss, did you see what garbage is wrote?
Let me delete this post. But I did it before I came on here, and I'm always so hesitant, right? When it's a celebrity that we are like beloved or whatever, but other people were writing stuff too. But I said it mean to him. They were talking about how terrible it was what he posted, but I was like, he should know better. I was like an old lady.
At least you weren't the only one though that thought it was bad.
You guys haven't seen it? I'm not even going to tell what it is because I don't want to promote it. It's totally old school Snoop crap. It's kind of like, did you guys see the closing ceremonies? Not the French one, but the American one. Did you see the clip?
No.
You didn't? Oh, we should watch it, but I don't have it prepared. So it's actually really good. Like they did this whole thing. Okay, the French closed their ceremonies and it was exactly very French, very classy, very, to me, long and art filled. And I didn't understand much of what was going on, but they had the narrator telling us what some of the symbolic things are. That happens no matter what country you're watching, if it's not your own country, because we don't know what we don't know. You know what I mean? Right. And I'm not that intelligent. I'm not even trying to, I'm not that cultured, so I don't know everything. But it was beautiful. And then what happened is all of a sudden you saw the light look up at the top of the stadium. And of course it was Tom Cruise, and he jumped off of there and then landed on his feet perfectly onto the, you guys should watch it. It's cute. And then he got the flag, the Olympic flag from Simone Biles. And then there was this whole thing. He gets onto a jet and he parachutes out and he ends up on the Hollywood sign. Holla! And it has the Olympic rings where the O is. Hollywood.
Oh, I did see that.
Cool. And then a guy on a bike takes it from Tom Cruise. And then they go out to Venice Beach. I think it was Venice Beach. And when they end up there, it's Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. And they're singing, you know what I mean? And it's just looked really beautiful. And it's such a contrast, you know what I mean? It was cool. And I love Snoop. I think he's, now I really like him, right? Like recently with the whole Martha Stewart thing and, you know, like,
Yeah.
but you know, you can take the girl out of the ghetto. You can't sometimes take the ghetto out of the girl. I'm just going to say that. But sometimes it comes out.
It's like, I know.
Sometimes it just comes out. And I think that's what he did on Instagram. But even when he came out and sang first, he had, which I thought was also inappropriate. And then I realized I'm getting old. There was a woman, one dancer with the Hoochie Mama shorts and the whole Hoochie Mama dancing for 30 seconds next to him. And I was like, there was no need for that. There's no need for that. The reminder of this. It was fine, but it wasn't necessary. You know what I mean? Right. And she wasn't that bad, but I kept thinking she going to go that bad. You know what I mean? Like she was going to start doing some inappropriate stuff, but she didn't. So I brought that to the table because we all know back in the day, still, she wasn't necessary. Just throwing that out there. But then he walks over and he's with Dr. Dre and it's so cool. And then and they're on the beach. You should watch it. I didn't know you guys hadn't seen it. You guys didn't watch the Olympics?
I watched some of it. I did watch the breakdancing.
Oh, stop. With Ray Gun.
Okay, so I didn't watch the women's one. I missed the women's one. So I only caught like little bits and pieces of like when they would recap and stuff like that. Yeah, I saw the clip of Ray Gun. The men's one, I have to say, was absolutely amazing.
So let's back up because remember, we're doing the audio. And I know a lot of people have already seen the Olympics, but let's talk about what happened. So for the first time, and I think the last time, breakdancing was brought into the Olympic world. They had already decided, by the way, before competition started for breakdancing, that it would not be in the Los Angeles 2028 Olympics. So there's no correlation there. And this happens. They take out, I think cricket had the same thing. Cricket came in, it's coming back when it comes to Los Angeles. You know what I mean? They don't always have, personally, as a former dancer and a former break dancer, I don't understand why breakdancing was in an Olympic sport. It is amazing and it is a sport and it takes a lot of athletic ability, but it's dancing. So it's just a hard thing for me, even though there is competition for dancing. It's different. But that's a whole other controversy. But Ray Gun, is that her name? I don't know. She was from Australia and she came out and represented her country. And it's anyone who's listening who has never done breakdancing would have done a better job breakdancing. She was just horrible. And the memes were hilarious. But
I was like, I keep seeing memes of somebody looking awful. Girl,
that's her.
That's her.
Outfit.
Yeah.
With the green outfit.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Listen, she was not definitely a breakdancer at all. I don't know how she made it to the Olympics. I give her 100% credit for having the courage to actually go out there and do it.
That's not
she had fun, whatever. That I give her credit for that.
No,
but that dancing.
I'm going to tell you. So I have a different take on it. I was pissed, and I think a lot of dancers, or not even breakdancers, I think people in the world of dancing, it was so disrespectful. The way she became a representative is because her and her husband created, I don't know what all the ins and outs are, but they created their own competition in order to qualify and then didn't let the actual people who could break dance compete, because you have to qualify like world champions, like Simone Biles has to qualify to get to the next level. You know what I mean? So they held their own and then she's a professor, by the way. So she studies the art of breakdancing. So number one, and I don't know if that's her profession, but that was part of the thing that was going on, was like, you cannot be studying dance and then think you a dancer. But what I think was, and this came from a TikToker, I felt this, but I couldn't verbalize it. He said, the problem with this is that it disrespected an art form that was created in New York. You know what I mean? That has been always undermined as not like a legit form of dance, form of athleticism, and it made it like people made fun of it. Whereas it could have been a place where people could have seen it and been like, oh my God. It could have, and instead.
That's how I felt about the men's competition. It was, like I tell you, it was amazing. Yeah. I literally watched it from beginning to end, and it was just amazing.
Yeah. I just think it's sad. I think, and I felt that disrespect, and I didn't watch the men's because I was pissed. I was like, this is a bunch of crap. That's the point. You know what I mean? Yeah. I know people in my neighborhood, I live in a very white neighborhood, who could break dance better than she could. You know what I mean? And I was shook by it. I was shook. That was, anyway, it was, anyways. Check out the memes. They're funny though. There are people who have dogs who are like scratching and they put the same music and like, so funny. I mean, it's funny, but it's not. But it is, but it's funny.
It makes me think of American Idol when they have the auditions and people go out there singing, and then who told you could sing? Like, why are you wasting everybody's time?
Oh wait, they show that? I don't watch American Idol.
Oh my gosh. I haven't watched it in years, but yeah, they'd show the auditions and some of them were absolutely horrible. Like, why are you here? What are you doing? You can't
They do that for, what do you call it? Oh my God, what is the word?
Exposure or?
Yeah, just to get ratings.
Oh yeah.
To get ratings.
Oh, so they show the bad people. But but Rick is saying, why did the bad people think they could sing? Who told you?
I don't know. Some of them ended up being famous. This Asian guy, he was like trying to sing Ricky Martin. She bangs. It was so bad, but he became famous because it was so bad.
Well, clearly not that famous because you can't remember his name. So
it's like something Ho, I think. I don't know.
I remember the first time I did a short movie here in California, and like Andrea went, Richard went, like and they were like, you were so good. I'm like, okay, great, whatever. You know what I mean? I was like, sure. And I did a theater performance. And so like, I've done all these little things. Of course, all my friends always show up. They're so amazing, whatever, they show up and being supportive. And I'm like, sure, whatever. But it wasn't until I got a critique in the LA Times. They panned the entire play, but they were like, Carmen Lisette Suarez. Like, I have that shit in my house, man. I have that thing. I haven't framed it because I'm not that, but I do have it. I have it. I got it. What do you call it?
Laminated.
Yeah.
Frame it.
Because that's when I felt like, because your friends will tell you, but then if you get a critique, but here's the thing, just to back up for a moment, because that was me doing theater and doing acting, which is not my forte as far as I'm concerned. I'm really more of a performer, dancer. That's what I always claim to be, even though I don't do it anymore. But the one thing I want to be clear about is that you should never take criticisms to heart, because if you take the criticisms that are good to heart, you're going to take the criticisms that are bad to heart, But just in, reference to this, if my friends let me go on, what is it? America's Got Talent. And I was like, I'm going to sing. Y'all know I can't sing. But if I can hear that I can't sing, but if you were all just encouraging me, I might think I'm good enough.
Yeah. Some people don't know they can't sing, and that's sad.
Mm-hmm.
I can hold a tune, but it's the right octave, but it doesn't sound good.
What amazes me too, my friend that helped me record almost all the songs I have, he plays guitar, he plays piano, he plays all this stuff. He can't sing. I'm like, how you play all this stuff, but you can't sing? He goes, oh, I know. Trust me. I know I can't. Don't ask me.
Because singing, it is a gift. It is part of a gift. It's anything else. Like, I write beautifully. I didn't even think about this till the other day. I had to handwrite an envelope, and I happened to be in my office and so I hand wrote because somebody was looking for a label, and I'm like, oh my God, I'll write it. And they were like, oh my, that's calligraphy. I'm like, oh my God, these people. I do have really nice handwriting, but it's also generational that we don't teach people how to write cursive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't do that anymore.
Yeah. But I've always had really good cursive writing. So that's my gift. Whitney has hers. I have mine.
Rest in peace.
Whatever. Like, I can write cursive. Beyonce can sing. Whatever. What's your gift, Cynthia? What's a gift you know you have that you never had to work at?
Oh.
Rick, I'm going to ask you next.
Hey,
Brian.
Parking, actually.
Ah.
Parallel parking?
Yep.
I hate parallel parking. Oh my God.
Really? I can do it.
So funny. Everybody will look at a parking spot and they're like, you can't fit it. Yes, I can. And I will fit right in there without hitting any car.
I was just going to say, well, we could all fit when we're hitting it.
Oops.
That's so awesome. Okay, that's a gift. Okay. And you're a good driver, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone thinks they're a good driver. I think I'm a horrible driver. I'm just going to say that straight up. I admit it. I don't like driving. That's why I don't have that much mileage on my 20-year-old car. I hate driving. Rick, what's your gift?
I mean, I don't think it's like fabulous or amazing, but
like parking?
No.
And writing cursive? Like which is
actually, some people said for a man, I have nice handwriting. I'm like, okay, cool. Know your vehicle. Brian said parallel parking is easy. Know your vehicle. Yeah.
You don't live in LA because
but you still need to know how to do it.
People.
You still need to know how to do it, though. Yeah.
Pulling into a parking lot doesn't, count.
Yeah.
You got to parallel park to the curb and not be 10 feet away.
Exactly. That's my problem. Yeah. But anyway, so the first time I tried to join our choir at my old church, they were like, he goes, do you have a track? Sure, everybody has a track. And I'm like, I just so happen to. And everybody's like, oh, okay, excuse me. So I sang and then I finished and I was like, okay, now I'm scared. What are they going to say? What are they going to say? And this one woman in the choir, she was, you can't join our choir. I was like, no. She goes, no, you're too good. I'm like, stop.
You're really into your voice, huh? Look at
I'm just on what people say.
Pull that shit up. Pull that track up. Rick sings every day on his show.
I sure do.
It's not Catholic stuff. What is it?
Just say religious.
I thought of you today because I was singing my song that I don't think is religious. And then I'm screaming because I went for my run today. It was I Smile. I love that song, but I have my headset on. I don't care, and it's daytime, so I'm gonna run outside, and there's the beach. Who cares, right? So I'm like running, whatever, and I'm singing, and then the God part. I'm always like, I love God, but I don't want to. You know what I mean? I don't want to be singing.
Yeah. Do you remember that song? I can only imagine. Because it was actually on the radio. I was like, wait,
okay. Let me just tell you something that Rick does that pisses me off. I'm just gonna tell everybody right now. So Rick always I'm just going to say it right now. We can end our friendship on this. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. I'm not going to hold back like you always make me hold back. I have to worry about your damn feelings. No. So here's Rick. Rick will always he will sing half of the verse of the chorus of whatever song you just getting into and he start talking. And I don't understand what that is. It's not like a tease. He don't want to give you the full flavor. He just wants
gives you a little taste.
But it's the name of the song.
Yeah, I'm just saying you could have gone a little bit more with the chorus. Because it's like me going like this. To the left, to the left. Anyway, do you remember do we know that song?
Right. I have a few friends that do the same thing, and they're singers. They do the same thing. They just sing a little piece and then they just keep talking. I do that too, I guess.
Yeah, and I'm now expressing how much it bothers me. Okay. So I want you to change. Tony, if this is you texting me, I'm gonna be upset. Let me just see who's texting.
But I bring up that song because I can't tell you how many people have had me sing that at funerals. I'm like, I love that song, but why at funeral?
Okay, I'm just going to ignore it because it's not Tony. Tony, I'm over here being mad at you. It's one of my clients. Seriously, can't even be bothered. Okay, Tony's, what were you saying about this song?
Doing I didn't this
right know? What's the song you were talking about?
It's called I Can Only Imagine. Yeah.
I don't know that song.
It was actually on the radio, regular radio. I was like, wait a minute. Did I just hear him say Jesus? When I first heard it, I was like,
who sings it?
And why don't you sing a little more of it? What's the chorus?
The chorus is surrounded by your glory. What would my heart feel? Would I dance for you, Jesus? Or in all of you be still? It was on the radio. It was like a huge hit on the radio. I was like shocked.
Is it like the Christian radio?
No, regular radio. That's what I'm saying. I was so shocked to hear it.
Well, I mean, there's songs that have religious tones, and I'm not saying that. I'm just saying for me, when I'm singing or whatever, I'm like enjoying myself, and I'm not thinking. Look, it's also like I don't want to say the N-word out loud when I'm singing a rap song. There are certain things I'm trying not to. You know what I mean?
Brian, thank you.
Here you go, Brian's your friend right there. Brian knows your song. I was
Did you
gonna
see-
do something for a
Did you
minute.
see what Tony said? See how you do me?
I know, because I thought it was Tony. I thought it was Tony texting me or something. So I was gonna be like, no. So Rick, you wanted to talk about a certain subject that I thought was fun. I have my own feelings about it. I don't know if Cynthia's seen it. Do you have the link? All right, wait. Can you guys all see it?
No.
You don't see it? You and your cheap phone.
No, but
I usually do see the videos you guys put up though.
Oh, I didn't even say nothing. That was not me. Okay, should I turn off the chat for a minute? Or can everyone see it? No, I think it's good.
But Cynthia can't see it at all?
She can't see it because of it is her phone. I know she thinks it's not.
But I always see all the videos you guys put up. So I don't know.
So weird.
Hey, can everyone else in the chat see that we have the video?
Oh, there it
up?
goes. I can see it.
Oh, it's up. Wow, your phone is slow.
We see it, so Cynthia. Yeah, I'm just Cynthia. You don't ever see Joy, so I don't know what to say. Joy doesn't exist in your world.
Tony
okay,
confirmed.
all right, go ahead. Just play it. It's only like a minute.
Yeah, it's not that long. Right,
go ahead.
It's a minute and 13 seconds. Here we go.
All right, TikTok, tell me if I'm tripping or not. So me and my fiance, we are getting married, right? And to be a part of our wedding, you had to pay $450 for a ticket, and that's for each guest. So we invited friends and family to our wedding. Tell me why everybody that we invited has declined the invitation.
Because you're crazy.
We already have spent $100, maybe almost close to $200,000 on the wedding. We have already pre-ordered the cake. We already put down a deposit for the venue. We've already got the wedding dress, everything. We pay for everything for the wedding. DJ, photographer, everything for the wedding. And what I don't understand is that y'all spend $400 more money on stupid stuff, but you can't come out to support your family and your friends at a wedding. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell it, like, is we wrong? Let me know. Let me know. Because y'all pay for tickets, Beyonce tickets, $1,000 tickets. Y'all going to go meet Chris Brown for $1,000 something. But when it comes to your friends and your family, you can't pay the ticket. Like, these weddings ain't cheap. The weddings ain't cheap. Like, what's going on? I don't get it. Let us know, are we wrong for charging for a wedding? I really want to know.
Oh my gosh.
What's LMBO, Rick?
Laughing my butt off.
What?
Laughing my butt off.
Laughing my butt off.
Laughing my butt off. He's right.
You agree?
Tony agrees?
But who told you to pay all that money for a wedding?
First of all, you're the one that wants to go and get married. You pay for anything. If you want people to go as your guests, whatever, why are you charging them to go to your wedding? He's saying the weddings are expensive. Yeah, they are expensive. Then go elope. Go to the city hall. Have a little private wedding. Do a destination wedding. Whoever wants to go can go. Like, how are you going to charge people $450?
And he's talking about, y'all pay for Beyonce and Chris Brown. Do you sing as good as Chris Brown and Beyonce? Because I don't think so.
And what are they getting?
I don't go to concerts either. I don't go to concerts either. I'll watch.
Alma,
I thought you guys were at Prince. They're over at the movie. The movie's premiering Rain. So Alma and Mario are at Prince. But thank you for saying that to me.
Oh, you kidding me, Tony?
Wait, Tony, I'm confused. Tony's okay with this?
He said weddings aren't cheap. Don't expect any gifts. No, you ain't gonna get my $450 is your gift. What are you talking about? A gift on top of it? No.
Because where is the money going? Obviously, it's going to the couple. Because what are they getting for $450?
I'm confused. Now you guys are going. You're paying the $450 to go to the wedding.
No.
Okay, if I had a wedding, me bougie, right? So I'm gonna go to this. We're having a wedding. I want y'all to fly out here, and I'm like, you know what? I need everyone to pay $150 ticket to come to my wedding. So you're gonna fly out here. You wouldn't pay $150?
I'm gonna let your cousin answer first.
That's your gift, right? The $150 is your gift.
We have a registry as well. That's your choice. You don't have to.
That'll be your gift.
If somebody wants to come up, I've put the link in. I'm not going to let everyone up, but if people want to, I'm trying to hear what Tony wants to say, but Tony doesn't want to come up today, so I didn't send him an invite.
Cousin had her wedding in I think it was the Bahamas. She's like, oh, you're invited. Da, da, da. I'm like, I ain't got Bahamas money. I'm sorry. I ain't going to be there.
Oh, I would have gone to the Bahamas. Okay, so first of all, I told Rick when he wanted to talk about this, I'm like, this to me seems like more of a clickbait thing because it sounds so stupid. I would never in a million years pay someone to go see their boring ass motherfucking wedding. Because let's just be honest.
Melanie said, I'm busy that day.
I have surgery on that day.
I didn't even tell you what day it was. Melanie. I didn't even tell
There's
you.
Tony.
So, Tony, you would pay $450 to come to my wedding and fly out here and buy me a gift?
Have mercy. How y'all doing?
How you doing?
The only thing I'm saying is when he said you spend money on other things, but you can't pay for the wedding, he's correct. People will spend money on this. People will spend money on that. People will pay to go places and spend more money as they get to their destination. For a wedding, I agree with him. People invite you to weddings. You don't get invited to all of them. It is a very special occasion, more than a recreation. I would have no problem with it if I could afford it. I wouldn't. That is a lot of money. I agree. But most people, well, let me say this. I'll say it for my wedding.
Melanie, still busy that day. I love Melanie.
For my wedding, I was grateful for everything everybody did and all the gifts they gave. But I did take the travel expenses into consideration. So I didn't really have much of a registry. I told the wife if she wanted to go ahead. But I wasn't expecting much. I know how much it costs to travel. A lot of people came across the country for mine. So I understood what he was saying as far as how people spend for things here and there, but you won't do it for a wedding, which is more of a special occasion. I do agree with that. If I had it, I would do it. If not, I get it.
Brian,
And it sounds like it's just
back
me.
to LA,
Okay.
stay at Hilton Garden Inn, and then look cool at the wedding. So, Brian, you would pay $450 to just step at my wedding, just to be at my wedding, and then pay all that as well.
But he also commented, doesn't mostly people donate at the wedding, or am I behind?
You do. It depends on the wedding. It depends on the culture of the wedding. But yeah, I usually give money
It does
too.
depend on the culture of the wedding. I agree.
Look, I think most weddings, I'm sorry to say this, are boring and suck. I'm sorry. I am not. They are. I have been to a lot of people's weddings. Cynthia is smiling because she knows I didn't go to hers. I didn't go to Andrea's either. Why is Tony laughing? I didn't go to Andrea's either.
What kind of friend are you?
Stand
She's
at the
right there in the same city. She's your cousin.
Cynthia,
My
why didn't
goodness.
I go to your wedding? I forgot. I didn't go to Emily's either. We know why I didn't go to Emily's. But why didn't I go to yours?
It was financially, you said.
Was I financially hard up that time?
That makes sense. That makes sense.
And also, I didn't like who she was marrying. I'm really against their marriage to this day. I hate Juan. No. Look, I'm not a fan of weddings. I'm not a fan of weddings. I eloped. No one found out till after the fact. We went to Hawaii. We were there for 2 weeks. The amount of money that people spend on weddings, to me, is ridiculous. And I know people want to scream at me or whatever, but it's always been way too much. Mm-hmm. And it's just for one day. I would rather spend that money on traveling or putting a down payment on a house or whatever it is. But the amount of money, and we spent a lot of money, but it was like a honeymoon and wedding all together. Mm-hmm. And then we ended up getting divorced anyway. But that's my point. It just feels like it's out of hand. So that's one thing. And then I'll say this part and then you guys can discuss. But I think it's a little pompous to ask people to come to your wedding, which is time out of their day. Yes, to celebrate your beautiful time, whatever. Then they're also probably going to buy you a gift. Okay, but maybe you decide not to have a registry. But now you're forcing people to spend $450 is not a little bit of money.
No, you're right.
That's a round trip ticket from here to, I think, economy, right? No, I'm only kidding because I don't do economy. From here to Boston.
I'm literally wondering, did he calculate all the expenses and say how many people? Okay, divided by this many. Okay, 450.
No, he didn't.
No, I think he was just.
That's why I said if I had it, I would do it. He didn't calculate any of that. He just wanted people to pay for the wedding specifically. Mm-hmm. So that's why I understand why everybody was like,
I can't imagine.
That's why I said if I had it, I would. For a wedding.
But if you had it, wouldn't you just go to the wedding and give it to them as a gift?
Listen to what he said. You spend money on this and this, but you can't do it for a wedding. I agree with that because we do spend money on other things. We can at least do it once for a wedding.
It's not apples to apples, Tony. That's not fair. Beyonce is
You're
Beyonce.
right. Yeah, it's one thing to
But you
buy
don't even
things
know her.
and
They
for
didn't even invite
yourself.
No, she's entertaining me. She's dancing. She's singing. It's music. It's not apples to apples.
No.
If you wanted, you could say you spend money to go to a convention and you won't come to my wedding. That's about as boring as a motherfucking wedding to me. Melanie, I will go to weddings I can drive to unless I'm asked to pay $450 for a ticket. Listen, I will fly to people. I went to Gracie's wedding in Vermont recently. I flew out there, paid for, actually, I didn't even have to pay for a condo because Alden did. And it was a great time or whatever, but I didn't even give her a gift. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I just spent like almost $2,000 just to get there. And I took time out of work, which for me is 2 days. When I don't work, I don't get paid.
I've been there.
Okay?
I've been there. I understand that. Yes.
And also I know they're fine. They're not like scrounging for whatever. That was my gift, was me being there.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't believe that you would. I'm just making note of this, Tony, because when I get married, I'm gonna be like, Tony, $1,000.
You need to remember
And Carmen's the bougie one.
Yes. Remember what I said. If I have it, I would do it. If I had it, yes.
Where's the clapping sound? Thank you, Rick.
And notice he said every person declined. Everyone.
I did hear that.
That's not even good friends. That's mean. I think that was kind of mean. But I think it's a little pompous. And I think, okay, here's the thing. Let's say it's Prince or any other concert. It doesn't matter what it is. That's not the same thing. If you're going to compare a wedding, you have to compare it to something that's as boring and as wasteful of a day. I'm just saying. And if
Everybody take Carmen off of your wedding list. She thinks they're boring.
I don't go to weddings. I went to Gracie's wedding because she was a baby when I met her, and it was Vermont, and I wanted to see Alden, and it was different. But I don't really go to weddings.
Look at Cynthia's like, no, I did not spend a lot on my wedding. Our total amount was, I think, it was under 10,000, and that was everything. That was dress, that was suit, that was the rise, that was the bridesmaids, the food, everything.
You see how society is now, though, because you just hear what you just said. For one day, you spend $10,000, and we think that's okay for a. I'm not. I know what you're saying, because weddings are like $40,000, $50,000, $80,000, and that's just regular folk. That's regular folk now. Oh, women are spending $8,000 on a fucking dress, Tony.
That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. But this is my point, right? We have sucked into the societal thing. It's like birthday parties. Have you noticed children have to have theme parties now? And they spend thousands of dollars because a child turning 5 years old and they need a donkey and a real sheep and a horse or something to pet. Are you fucking kidding me?
And a pinata.
No, pinata will be fine.
Just like G15s.
To what Melanie said, he assumes all people spend money on things. He spoke on how people are spending their money, and we do see what he's saying. That's why I was like, I understand where he's coming from. Because people do that. Like you said, I'm not spending $1,000 for no concert ticket. I'm not going to do that. I'd rather go to a wedding, which is somebody that I know who will get more value out of the money than I'm spending.
I'm going to get married just to have you spend money to come out here and give me $450. I'm only going to charge you.
Wait.
I've only known you for 1 year. I've got some 30-year friends.
Oh, that was 1 year, Rick. That was only 1 year he's known me. Okay.
Tony, would you charge people? Would you charge people to go to your wedding?
I didn't when I got married. I didn't.
But would you now?
But would you? Would you now?
No. If I needed it, maybe, but no. So mind you, if I need people to pay for my wedding, I probably won't have one.
Exactly. Okay. Exactly.
There you go.
So he shouldn't have done. And by the way,
but that's me.
He didn't spend no $200,000 on that wedding, because if you have enough money to spend $200,000, you're not charging your guests $450.
Exactly. He's trying to make some of their money back.
You know what? I'm sorry. I know money. I know people, and that's bullshittery. Brian just said Zoom call.
People probably have been doing this shit. Why are you playing?
You know what? I actually did 2 Zoom calls for a funeral.
Oh,
Cynthia, wasn't there a Zoom call? There was somebody who passed away that we had to do. I had to do a Zoom call because
it was Valerie's daughter.
Oh, no, it wasn't. I didn't do that.
You didn't do that? Oh, I did. but it
Was
was
that COVID?
virtual because it was during
No.
COVID.
That's when
Not
they
during
had all
COVID?
of it during COVID. Everything was.
I don't
Zoom,
think it was
so
Valerie's. No, somebody in Juan's family or something, wasn't it?
We just had one.
Oh, his dad.
His
Um,
dad, yeah. I'm sorry,
Rick-
Tony, what?
No, you're fine, Rick. You may not remember who was on Cantina. You may not remember Ashtray. I think you had left before she came. She passed away, but she was in overseas in the UK, and they did the funeral over Zoom, so a bunch of us could be there. So I
Yeah.
understand
Oh, wow.
those as well.
Sometimes it's also just too fast. Like I went to
Brian, she
Mary and
can go.
Joanne's sister's funeral, and it was like within a day I had to get the plane. I had to, and it was like I stopped. I'll never do this again, but I had to stop in 4 different places because I couldn't get a flight direct because it was just so
Yeah, I'm not
hard
down
to
with
get a
layovers
seat that
no
quick.
more. This is my bougie level. I don't want no layovers on my flight. Write that down. Write that down, Carmen. Write that. You're not writing. Get a pen.
Right.
Some paper. I never tell you what to do. Get to work. Come on here. I do not want no
Play on your
layovers on my
phone.
I know, right?
Do they give you a discount for funerals for flights or no?
Only if it's immediate family, and you have to be able to prove that it's immediate family.
You got
So
to pretty
it
much have
wasn't,
an obituary.
and this is family that isn't actually blood related to me, but they are family. So I went, but it was it was a horrible flight there, horrible coming back. I'm like, I will never do it again, but I would because it's family. You would do what you got to do. But when you only have 5 days to figure it out, yeah, that would have been a good time for me to call in a favor from one of my clients, actually. But can you hook me up with your plane? You know what I mean?
Is your private jet available that day?
Is it? What, Tony?
Write it down like I asked you to.
I already wrote it down. It's right here.
I don't see. Let me see.
I wrote it right here. It's right here.
She writes real small.
Really small. I have terrible
I don't
handwriting.
see it. She didn't write it.
Here's what I'm saying though. If you are somebody who is pompous enough, see, this is the thing. I don't like the arrogance of it. So let's say I'm going to get married. Me and my man are getting married. I would ask my friends, hey, I want to have this big wedding. I want to have it in wherever. Would you want to, or could you help me? You know what I mean? Like I would do it what is he looking at?
Mario.
Oh, Mario, listen, we had a cowgirl theme party for Marissa at 3 years old. We had DJ, horse, cotton candy, decorations, barbecue jumper, and all the fixes for $500. It's called Balloon.
Balling on a budget.
It said balloon. Oh my God.
Balling on a budget.
She thought birthday party, balloon.
Yeah,
you know, it's
whatever.
understandable.
Here's the thing, though, too. Seriously, $500 for a 3-year-old's birthday party. I love you. I think that's really cool. But in my head, I'm thinking, we didn't even get a cake, Cynthia. It was like, happy birthday, go to school. Like, I love you. I don't remember any of this shit.
We spent about $300 on Jason's first birthday. We did do that.
You did do what?
We spent about $300 on Jason's first birthday. We had a little party for him.
So it was really for you because he don't remember it.
No, it was for him. We bought him a cake. We had some of his friends. No, we had some of his friends come by from daycare and everything. Some of the parents brought the kids, let the kids chill out. But the funniest thing was when we gave him the birthday cake, he was in his high chair. We put the cake right in the chair. He took one taste and he just would not stop.
That's right. That's how you do it, Jason.
His eyes was all. I was dying. I couldn't help it.
This is for me? Oh, yes.
Mama just said, why throw a party when you can take a trip? Exactly. Brian said agreed. Alus is Alma. That's just so you know, that's Mr. Dawson's wife, and her name is Alma. Mr. Dawson is Mario Brian, since you're new to the playpen here. Alma said, our daughter said she'd rather do that than have a party where people could just come and criticize and eat the food. Exactly. Facts. Exactly. I just think it's interesting because we've been socialized now to believe that it's okay to spend $10,000, $30,000 or whatever for one day. And I've always thought it was weird. I honestly don't know one wedding that I remember that I thought was amazing. I don't like all my friends who've gotten married. I know, forgive me. I didn't go to yours.
Oh,
I know.
I don't think was that really a money issue? Because wouldn't you have just paid for it? Because that's how bougie you are. I think I was out of the country. When did you get married? What year?
2011.
What?
2011.
Oh no, it could have been financial. That's that's when I lost my condo in 2010, 2011. That's right. Yeah, that was a bad time for me. Okay, yeah, financial. Because it's right after the economy burst or whatever. Remember, and that's when I lost my condo. I tried to hold on to it for so long. Ugh. if you would have known me then, I was so bougie. I just think that weddings are really about you and the couple. And I think it's beautiful that you want to share that with other people, but it's gotten out of hand that it's become such an event. And make no mistake about it, it's been so commercialized that we actually think, oh, it's so cheap. I only spent $10,000. That's my point. They got us. They totally got us believing that, like, women buying dresses that they wear once, literally. And then I went with a friend who was getting married, and when she's first trying to figure out what dress to wear, whatever. And I was like, I would not pay $3, $4, $5, $8, $9, $10,000 for any one of these motherfucking dresses. I don't care how pretty you think they look at all. And some of these dresses, they were like Vera Wang crap.
Those things are ridiculous.
I think there's a show where it's all about wedding dresses and women trying to pick it out. And they're like, this is the one.
There's a show?
A show about women picking out.
Say Yes to the Dress.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay, you know what? We done with this topic. I'm just done. Are you serious? Nah.
Yeah.
They got crazy wedding shows. Bridezillas was like the worst.
Oh my God.
That was
there's a show. Of course there's shows. Why would I be so
I've seen the commercials. I've never seen the shows, but isn't that the one with the girls? I will kill you. They're
the ones where the bride has to have everything her way, and if it doesn't go her way, she loses her shit. And that's what a lot of these women in society are doing right now. It's been out for over a decade. I can't lie. I'm gonna be honest. I always had big plans for my first wedding. Wasn't sure how much it was going to cost, but I know what the layout was, what I wanted it to be, how I wanted to look. I would have spent a lot had I had it. If I got it, I'll do it. That's my problem. If I got the money, I'm going to damn do it. So if I can afford 10, 20, 30,000, I'm talking about the horse and carriage, you coming out looking like Cinderella. We got the whole elevator, the lights, the chandeliers. We got all that. Yeah, if I have it, I'm going to do it. I had that. That's been on my mind since I was a teenager, as far as how I would do my wedding. I know what I'm going to wear. I know what I want my groomsmen, my best man to wear. She can decide what the bridesmaids wear. We can decide the whole arrangement. Honestly, my stepdaughter's wedding was beautiful. It really was. But I would have went a little bit farther. Was I able to afford what I would want to do for mine? Hers was beautiful. Big to the ex-wife, her mom, what they did, that family, because she had an excellent turnout. We ate great. I love the accommodation. I love the area. Cool. But I know what I would have done that would have been different. It would have been bigger. It would look crazy. You think I'm bad or I talk bad now? Let me have the money and show you how I would do it. I can make a movie. And I probably just
movie. Well, go ahead.
I could scare people. Yes, Cynthia.
So you're saying if you had the money, you would go way out, right?
Yes.
So why are you always calling Carmen bougie?
Because I don't have it right now, so I can't say that she is. I can say that about her.
I need an applause machine thing.
No, it doesn't work.
Oh, wait, why are we raising hands now?
I just want to know what it feels like to raise my hand. I don't have none.
So, Mr. Dawson, Mara just said, just think back to our baby shower. I know that was fly. The baby shower was cool. The thing I like about the baby shower, though, is that you're bringing a new life into the world. It's your first, and you need stuff. And so we bring you stuff. And here's the thing. I don't remember, Mario, but I don't remember you having a registry. I don't like the registry thing drives me up a wall too, but I know it's better than wasting money and stuff. But there's something cold about it. You know what I mean?
It's a great idea. It actually is a great idea as far as spontaneous thinking.
I'd rather just give people money. I don't like buying people pots.
New parents need diapers, wipes, and onesies. Period.
Yeah.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. But there's something lost in the joy of buying a gift. When I just like, especially if you're not first on the registry to pick what you want to give them, and then like all you're left with are like spoons or diaper bag or whatever it is, like some crap stuff.
They will always need diapers.
I just give them the money. I just say, you know what, I couldn't look at your registry. Here's the money. I don't even
know what the gender is, but other than that, they always need diapers and onesies. Period. Bibs, baby bags, stroller.
Wait, what did Brian say? Brian said, my best friend's ex-wife made fun of Bridezilla, then became one. Thank goodness they divorced 8 years later. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that's where I'm really, again, I know we kid around about the whole bougie thing, but I think I'm the opposite of bougie. The last thing you would ever see me doing is having a big-ass wedding. It would never happen. It's just not my thing. I know, Tony, you and I, we're not connected. Yeah,
I
you
can
don't
see
know
you. I
me.
can see you when you, I don't know you, but I can see you if you have it going for it. That's all of us. Once we have it, we go for it.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Once we have it, we go for it. So I
But,
think
but even if I had all the money in the world and this man that I love, I would, Cynthia, I would never have a wedding. I would never do it that way.
I have to wait to see that day.
It already
So what-
happened. I eloped.
I know.
Well, what happens if you meet somebody who
Exactly.
who is like Tony that wants the big
First,
Exactly.
I'm not going to meet someone who's like Tony because we don't get
You
along.
know a bunch of people like me. Stop playing.
Okay, so you're saying if I met a man and he really wanted to have a big wedding,
Yeah, like
well then
you
I'd
would
have to
deny
have a
him that?
I'm sorry?
Would you deny him that?
Oh God, would I deny him that? No. But I don't think I would want an over the top. I would still want it to be small. And I would still want it to be just like, I don't want 250, 400 people. I don't want all that crap. I would want to go to a beautiful island, invite 15 people, and that's it. Like we could do it like that. You know what I mean? And I could do whatever.
Yeah,
I said 15, 1-5.
My ex compiled the wedding list of people. I think it was something like 600 people. I was like, "Are you out your mind?" No. She goes, "Well, I don't know how to choose. Like, how to?" I said, "Oh, wait, make it a little easier for you.
Oh, no.
This has to be people that are equally as valuable in your life and mine equally. That'll lower it down a lot."
Mm-hmm.
No
No.
exes.
I'm like, "Who is that? Who is that?"
You had 600 people at your wedding?
No.
I had 80. Actually, no, I invited 80 and 70 came.
I had.
Oh, I just got dissed without even. So I was one of the 10 who didn't go.
That's true.
Damn. But I was hard up. I was in struggling pain. I lost my condo. It was terrible. And
That was a
you didn't
subtle
offer to pay
diss.
for it. No, I'm just
That diss was so subtle. Props to Cynthia for that diss.
right?
That was real
It
subtle.
was so subtle. I invited 80 people, but only 79 showed up.
Just saying.
Just saying. But Cynthia is so like that. Usually she would just offer to pay for stuff. So you didn't really want me there.
Listen, I was already.
You know who's bougie, Tony?
That's terrible.
You know who's bougie out of here?
Who?
Rick.
Oh.
No,
Definitely not
you.
me.
Cynthia's
Me?
the bougie one.
How am I the
No,
bougie one?
Okay, you're not bougie, but Cynthia is a really good person. That's all I'm gonna say. Good people.
Good with a bougie side.
I didn't go to Amy's wedding either, and I totally regret that because now I'm the godmother of her beautiful son, and I love them, and and now that's when I was traveling. That's why. Okay, I was trying to figure out whose wedding, so I didn't. And Amy, I mean, I love you too, Cynthia. I didn't mean to say it like that. I really love Amy.
We get kissing each other back and forth.
Oh, yeah. No, but I feel bad, right? Because she made me the godmother to her son, and I'm like, oh my god. I do regret not going to that wedding too.
With what Brian just said, clearly we are all invited.
A countryside, cool people allowed only. Oh, well, my best to you and your wife. No, I don't. You know what? I'm just not a fan of weddings. I don't even like the whole structure of it. I know.
Did I ever tell you how my wedding started?
I
I
don't
don't
think so.
remember if you did. I feel bad because I'm like, I think you did, but I don't remember.
So I wrote my own song, and instead of her coming down with the father, they both waited in the back. I sang the song, walked back there singing the song, and then walked back up to the front, still singing the song, and it ended perfectly right when we got to the front. And everybody was like, oh, that was so beautiful.
Oh.
That's how romantical I could be, okay?
Okay, what's the most romantic wedding event you went to? I don't have one, so go ahead. I really don't.
That's a good question.
Donations accepted for honeymoon. See, okay, here's the man for me. Let me just tell you the man for me. The man for me would be like, let's get married, whatever, get an engagement ring, blah, blah, blah. And then I'd be like, baby, let's do City Hall, me, you, 2 friends, and let's go and travel for a month on the $50,000 we were about to spend on a stupid wedding. I'm just saying. But you're saying if he had all that money and could travel, would I do it? I would do for a man that I love, I would do anything for sure. But it wouldn't be what I want to do. I wouldn't want to have a big ass wedding.
Either.
What?
I don't say that anymore either.
You don't say what?
I'll do anything for you. I don't say that no damn more.
No, I said for
Yeah,
someone
you said
I
for
love.
the one you love, but I still won't say that mess no. I do anything.
There's some pain there.
A lot.
Mm.
I got a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. All the women just made note of that.
I know. I'm writing it down. I just got my pen. Let me just grab my ink.
Put it in English and cursive. Not anymore.
But you have to be open to the possibility that love can come again.
I have been on more than one occasion.
I feel like we need to really have this conversation now.
I have no problem with it.
I think y'all need a private lounge.
Oh, do you really want that?
God. Cynthia, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Oh, Jesus. What am I, a fucking therapist? I think you should do a private lounge. So you're saying you're not open to love because you were so hurt before?
Never said I wasn't open to love, but I'm not going to say I'll do anything for you anymore.
But why?
Because of past pains, past trials, and being told what I've done is not enough. I've had enough of it.
If I compare your next one from the past,
I'm sorry?
you can't compare your next one to your past relationship.
But you can compare it to the redundancies of time that's happened.
Well,
see?
Are you doing
what I told Brian? Y'all got to find the right one.
That's a whole nother lounge.
Okay, but here's my question though. You said you're not going to say I would do anything for you. You'll never say that again for someone you love, right?
No.
If you love someone, you're never going to say I'll do anything for you.
No.
But if somebody you love and they love you, they would never ask you to do something that would be inappropriate or uncomfortable for you.
Right.
Or challenging or pushing or stressful. I agree with all that. But
so is it possible that the person that hurt you so badly or the persons that hurt you so badly were people that you believed loved you but they actually didn't, because that's how I would do anything for people I love. And I mean, and not just a man, but I mean, like, and if Cynthia asked me to do anything, I would do it for her, because you know what? I trust completely 100% that she wouldn't ask me something that was inappropriate.
But she's also family. No disrespect.
Okay, but Andrea, Mia, Billy, Alden, I can go down the list of men that I love who are not biological family, but that's what I'm saying. Like, people I love, I know would not, and that's what I'm trying to say. Is it possible that people that you gave that trust to were not deserving of that trust?
No, I just think that some people wanted it for the moment, said it, and then when specific moments came and they couldn't, they looked at me like it was my fault for believing it in the first place. I've had a lot of that in my life.
Then they weren't deserving of you.
That's a whole nother variable.
No.
I have gone to you. I can honestly say that people have done things for me. I've done things for them. I don't make anything demand out of anybody. We are all going to do as much as we possibly can within ourselves without compromising ourselves. And sometimes we even will compromise ourselves. It's the compromise.
No, but no one who loves you. I don't want you to go down this whole In Living Color tangent that you do. I'm just going to stop you. Right. I'm going to say it. I'm going to stop you. Because you do. You start going off on a tangent. I'm stopping you.
Well,
right
you
here.
asked me to elaborate. I was going to.
I didn't ask you to elaborate. I'm saying if you did if you did something in the moment because you both loved each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then months later, years later, whatever, you were hurt. Can't you just leave that for what it was?
Depends on the pain.
So you haven't worked through the pain is what I'm hearing. You haven't worked through the pain yet.
I've worked past a lot of pains, but after so many, I had to catch myself, which is what I'm doing. What is it that I'm doing? How far is it that I'm going? Am I expecting too much? Do I demand too much?
That's good.
It's a lot. Yeah, that's what you got to do within yourself when you go through so much. And for me, I'm at an age where I had to start regrouping, rethinking, recollecting. I really did try to plan things out. I'm pretty good where I'm at, but there are some errors and mistakes that I've made. Some kind of reconciling myself, if you will.
Is it possible that you do the best you can until you know better than you do better? Like, instead of harping on these mistakes that you think you made, is it possible that in this moment in time, I believed and thought this, so I did A, B, C, and D. And that's okay because I learned from that mistake and I'm going to move forward. But you can't keep going back. Every experience is a moment that we have, and then you learn from it, good or bad or indifferent. By the way, that was Maya Angelou. It's not me. I don't want people to be like, oh, Carmen's so eloquent.
How many of those do you go through before you start thinking about things?
Tony, I don't know you that well. But
I'm just asking you. How many of those?
But here's the thing. Okay, so I'm going to say it straight up. If you are repeatedly falling for people who hurt you, then the problem isn't you being a person who loves people and trusting people. Your problem is in choosing people who do not deserve you. It's what Cynthia said before. No, but you wince every time I say that. You don't value who you are as a person. And every time, Cynthia, didn't you see his face? You did it 3 times, 3 different times.
How you doing?
You are so valuable.
You got to go all about.
Stop. I'm going to keep going. You are such a valuable human being.
Thank you.
That I'm not kidding. So stop it. That what happens is that when you allow yourself to be Tony and be the real you, because you have this really good facade, a really good facade going on. Baby, I got the same one. That's why I know it takes one to know one. It's a good facade we got going on here, okay? But when you let that open and you let someone in and they kick your heart,
yes,
it's really hard to let people back in again. Yes. What I'm trying to tell you is don't let everybody in, but don't conceal your heart either. Be less open to everybody getting that piece of you. That's why I'm so good. That's why I'm so good at cutting people off. Cynthia made fun of me the other day in a nice way. I am the queen of you just showed me who you are. I'm done. I'm never talking to you again because I've been hurt that many times. I know what you're talking about. But Tony, I think you don't realize you wince every time you get a compliment, every time somebody says you're deserving of something. You don't see it, but it's a body language thing. And I know Cynthia saw it the first time. And that's an interesting thing. I think you have to work on your self-esteem, not the facade self-esteem that you show the bravado, but the real self-esteem that know that you're worthy. Mm-hmm. You can watch this on the replay. You know what I mean? Like you just watch it.
You have no idea. I was watching the first one the other week and I laughed my butt off.
Really? That's so funny.
Can I throw this in there too? Is I know a lot of people that in their second marriage, they were so much happier. And they say, first of all, I wasn't very mature in the first one. Second of all, I didn't really know what I wanted in life. Third of all, they just rattled off reasons that
you learn.
They just, and that's the biggest thing is like people, I've heard people say like, you're divorced. You ain't got no qualifications to tell me about marriage. No, honey, I know exactly what I did wrong. So I can't tell you.
Any of you got anybody want to tell him that? We can sit back and talk about this. You let me know when you're ready.
Talk about what?
What he said about marriage and people saying you're not qualified to talk about marriage.
People do that so that they don't have to hear the truth. People say that to me about not having children. And I'm going to tell you right now, the fact that I don't have motherfucking children is exactly why I can tell you guys why you suck as parents. Like, I'm being serious. I get so upset about it. I do.
I think we need a lounge.
No, but it's exactly why, because I'm not in it. I'm not confused. You know what I mean? Like sometimes parents, because you have that protective gene, you don't remember what it's like to be a kid. You're being so protective. You're not realizing they're just being 13. They're just being 11.
No, that's true. I like
Stop
that.
being so mean. I saw someone the other day. I looked at this woman. I don't know her, but she was about to hit her kid in the shop in the grocery store. And I just looked at her like she didn't. She acted like she was grabbing for something. I'm like, I would have lost my shit if she hit that.
In reverse, if somebody would have done that to you, you would have been ready to go off on them.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? What?
Because nobody's going to tell you how to raise your child. And you don't care.
No, but you don't need, no. But she was about to hit her kid. I could feel it. I didn't say nothing, but the look and my concern was enough to get her to be like looking for potatoes or something in her thing. It was stupid. No, I'm not telling people how to raise their kids, but I'm also not going to sit and watch someone beat the fuck out of a little fucking 3-year-old kid in a goddamn cart. I'm not going to do it. I'm not saying she did it, but don't get me. I'm so sick of bad parents. No, and there's so many of you motherfuckers out there. Bad parents. I'm sorry.
Trigger.
Yeah. Because you're raising the next generation.
But as a parent, I got to
man.
tell
It's
you,
your fault. I
trigger.
know, right?
And this is what you should be talking about on Late Night Parents. Hello.
Right.
Yes. Yes. This is what you guys should be talking about. Yeah. No, I do get upset because you know what? We keep blaming we keep blaming Gen Z for all these bad things and whatever. And then we're not like, who are the parents who taught them this shit? You're all mad at them because they have their phones and they're attached to their phones, but you were the one who gave it to them because you didn't want to fucking deal with them. You didn't want to read. You didn't want to take time.
Save that for the next episode.
I'm just saying, we went from love to parenting.
I've had that conversation so many times. I would love to have that conversation. I'm on everybody's ass as a parent. I'm on everybody, whenever, whoever. I'm so scared.
Yeah, okay, I got upset. I get upset because I think I love Gen Z. I love Gen Z, but I also think they've been mistreated. Yeah, so back to Love and Tony. Just to wrap that up. Cynthia, do you have a little analysis of what you think Tony's issues are with Love?
I think Tony's just been beat up for so many years by women in general that his self-esteem and self-worth has diminished and doesn't feel like
that was a wince.
Mm-hmm. And doesn't know how to take compliments. And
I'm not going
to doing it right now. You're not taking it in. You're talking. You're not letting her finish. Nope, you got to let her finish. Let her do the compliment.
Interpretation. You know how you always let me cut you off. You know how you told me let me cut you off.
I'm gonna turn you off right now.
You won't listen to me.
Go ahead, Cynthia, because Cynthia was speaking.
But I get cut off.
Cynthia was speaking, Mr. President. Mr. Vice President. I'm speaking, Mr. Vice President.
I'm gonna give you the look you gave them.
Go ahead, Cynthia. Finish up what you were saying with your analysis of Tony's
I think he needs to work on his own self-esteem and know that he is worthy of finding someone who values him as he should.
Mm-hmm. I concur. Rick, do you want to do an analysis from a male's point of view?
I rewatched the video we did with Stephen Pena the other day. And anybody can go back and verify that I said this. I said, Stephen Pena, he definitely is ready for love. He definitely is a girlfriend. He's ready for it. I said, Tony, nah, not yet.
I'm not.
Not yet.
You're right. I'm not.
Ted.
Oh, cool.
Carmen turned. Ted, I was just about to jump off because we're 119. So if you're going to come up now. The one time I don't send him a link is when he wants to come up. I'm not sending nobody's.
You thought it was just us. We was like, we don't know.
Come up now or forever hold your peace.
Come up now. He can come up. I got to see if he comes up.
Cynthia, based on what you were telling me, I'll be honest. I'm careful with compliments. Some people make compliments get them arrogant. What I do is control my arrogance.
Good try, but no, that's not it.
You just cut me off. Can I finish speaking, Mrs. President?
It's my show. I can do whatever I want.
She got you there.
Oh, I'm gonna get on mine. Don't worry.
I'm just trying. I don't think Ted's coming up. I think he was lying.
He is coming up. He's not going to tell you unless he's going to come.
Oh, here he is. Look at him.
Patience, my child.
You want me to turn off Tony's mic? How you doing?
Yes.
Ted Hicks.
Pretty good. Yes. You should have turned off Tony's mic when Cynthia was speaking.
Wow.
You're right. I didn't think. Cynthia, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Go
ahead, Tony. You can rebuttal.
He's got something special in that Pepsi.
No, I don't.
No? His peach schnapps.
I've cut down on my liquor intake.
Ted, are you still alone? Is your wife still having a great time traveling?
Everyone is back under my roof.
My roof.
Hey, I didn't want to say that too loud.
You did. You did, yeah. How are you doing, Mr. Hicks?
I'm doing great. Enjoying the show, enjoying the content. And I don't know how we're going to follow this up.
You're going to follow up. You guys should talk about parenting on the show, Late Night Parents. That would be nice to hear men talk about parenting. Just curious.
We are going to talk about some men topic tonight. Some men's type topics.
Oh,
tonight. We will.
You talk about self-esteem?
We usually throw out a question or two and we embellish on it, and then we go on to the next topic.
Well, what's so weird, Cynthia? You're noticing what I just did, right? You're noticing what I'm noticing?
Mm-hmm.
Ted Hicks comes on the show and Tony shuts the fuck up. Isn't that amazing?
That ain't even what happened.
It's exactly what happened.
That's not what happened. But
It's exactly what happened.
I think
You know
Tony's
what?
being respectful because he's been talking a lot, and Ted just got here, so he's
Thank
letting
you,
Ted
Rick.
have a word.
Thank you.
Rick, you're done.
I think
Bob,
Carmen just wants to know what's his name going to be on the show tonight? What's his name?
Mhm. No, he's not going to be on the show. And Ted still don't know who it is.
Oh yeah, I still don't know who he is. And I did follow your friend.
Sandy?
Oh, really?
Sandy,
I
no,
clicked on
somebody.
every social media account that I could find with that.
She's not going to tell you nothing. She's not going to tell you that.
And I was like, hello.
She's not gonna, she ain't gonna mess with you people. Okay, Tony, I feel like, do you want to say any last words or chime in any way, or you want me to keep beating you up a bit? I want you to find love. I think you're a good person.
I'm taking my time before I accept it.
Before you accept it.
Because I have to be able to reciprocate the love that's given to me.
So basically, Tony is saying, I'm going to help out Tony. He's taking a step forward. He's listening to the advice Cynthia and you have provided. He's going to think about it.
That's not what he's saying. Okay. Look at Ted. Ted's over there stirring the pot. It's all bullshit. But you see how Tony's not reacting to him, just laughing, giggling. Mm-hmm. Tony, you know you treat women differently than you treat men, right?
Look at how I get treated by women.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who here has a nickname that she can't get rid of?
Who?
Oh, who? Who has a nickname here? Yeah. Who is always dissing me for any little thing I do? Not Rick? Yeah.
Not Rick.
No,
Not Rick?
No.
Yeah, you like to dish it out, but I give you credit because you can take it too. That's why we get along. But I still think all that pain and hurt is you doing way too much of passed over analysis to try to fix something that you got to just let it go. It was just a moment in time. It hurt, but it's time to move forward. You're missing out.
He's working on it. Right, Tony?
Yes. Within myself. I got to work on myself.
Yes.
Yeah, we all do.
I don't know.
Yeah, you see how she went?
I'm fucking beautiful and shit. My spirit is on point. Okay. Self-confidence galore, right? Isn't that fun?
Hey, Jesse. I am beautiful no matter what they say.
I'm just kidding. But I think, Tony, there's a lot of similarities between you and me. That's the only reason why I'm saying that, is because I know what you're going through because I've been there. And I get it.
I heard you say that, and I know you can relate. I did hear you when you said that.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I'm just messing with you, but that's why I am feeling comfortable to say what I'm saying to you, is because I've already been down that road. I know what it's like. And the problem with that, the over analyzing of what might have been, what I could have done, I got to fix myself, I got to do this or whatever, is it keeps you from all the love that's in front of you. It's not just about romantic love. It's just all of everything that's in front of you. And sometimes living in the past and doing all that overly analysis stuff is also a safe place to be.
Yes, it is.
It's very safe.
When you've been hurt that deeply, that means you can love that deeply. And for somebody to betray that, it hurts.
What book you get that from?
Wow. Damn. Maybe that was his genius, bitch. Why are you being mean? He's got the Lord. And that's it, everyone. I've had a great time. Thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by. Again, remember, it's all about the joy, except for Tony. No, it's all about the joy, baby. I appreciate you all coming on. Cynthia, as always. Tony, you know I got you. And Ted Hicks, thank you for coming up for 5 minutes. I'll take it.
All you have to do is send me the link.
Oh,
I was searching. I searched through my corporate email.
You know what?
My consultant email, and then my personal email for tonight. I was like, this gotta be somewhere. She includes me every week, and I'm like, did I do something to piss her off?
Are you a
I didn't
lawyer
send it to
part time?
Tony either. I didn't send it to anybody. So thank you, everyone. We'll see you again next week. It's all about the joy. Bye. Thanks for stopping by. All About the Joy. Be better and stay beautiful, folks. Have a sweet day.